Hi everyone, welcome to yet another edition of Abby Godwin's Chronicles. So today I'm actually going to be sharing a personal experience with you. Many years ago I actually battled with depression. That's quite a hard topic to talk about amongst believers because in church or in the body of Christ we're meant to be, strong and all, spirit coco, as we say in Nigeria. And we were kind of brought up not to really talk about our weaknesses or any fears or any struggles that we were actually going through. But I went through that and God brought me through it. But at that time, it was really hard. It was brought on by some childhood trauma that I had, that I had gone through. I will talk about that in another episode. So make sure you check back to see when I share that story. But anyway, what did I do in that regard? I had to look for a confidant, basically. So someone who's quite neutral and was quite understanding, and at the same time, someone I looked up to as well, to help me through, that situation. But the first thing actually, even before finding someone to talk to really was, I turned to God, and I found that in those really low moments, I found myself praying, in a very real way, like I'm having a conversation with God and say, Lord, this cannot be your will. This is how I'm feeling. I actually feel like jumping off a building and blah, 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 and yada, yada, yada. Now, for Christians who, expect that, talking to God has to be really formal and has to be really, well put together. I firmly believe that prayer it's like a two-way conversation, really. It's talk to God how you feel. After all, He's your Father. He's not your, managing director or something where you have to be so formal. Yes, He's God of all powerful, but He loves us. He's engraved our names in the palm of His hands. That's how much He loves us. So anyway, I digress. But I'm sharing this really to kind of help, other Christians and other people that might be going through, a depressing time, or, that they either have been diagnosed or actually not even been diagnosed as being depressed. At the time, I didn't see how I was going to get well because it was just hard. I don't know how else to explain it. But thank God for His word. I just got myself stuck in His word, got myself, changed the music that plays around me. So I had like some, favorite worship songs that just helped to just encourage me to like worship and just get the presence of God in. And He really is the center of our joy. When we cast our burdens to Him, He actually really does take them off our shoulders. And I just was trying to speak to somebody today who's going through depression, a bout of depression, whether they're feeling suicidal or not. I want you to know that God definitely has a plan for your life, and just trust Him in the process. Some people's healing is instantaneous, and some people you have to go through a process. I went through a process, and thankfully, some months later, I was completely healed, taken off medication, completely signed off as, God kept me from losing my mind. So even when all else fails and you can't find that confidence, there are times when, for example, someone is driving through the Blackwall Tunnel and you really need to speak to them, but their phone's, is switched off or something. What do? You turn to God. His phone never goes to voicemail, by the way. But that is what I did. And, I'm here to testify today and just to encourage someone that, look, it's not over until you win. And just keep walking one day at a time and you will be okay. I had a few songs on repeat, basically, and they really helped me through. And one of them is Jesus, the Center of My Joy. I can't remember who actually wrote the song, but, I'm just going to sing a little bit of it. You can sing it to yourself as well, or on your own rather. So here it is. Jesus, you're the center of my joy. All that's good and perfect comes from you. You're the heart of my contentment, hope for all I do. Jesus, you're the center of my joy. Oh, Jesus, you're the center of my joy. All that's good and perfect comes from you. You're the heart of my contentment, hope for all I do. Jesus, you're the center of my joy. Bye. See you next time.